Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Smoker, your captain speaking, and I'm back with some more Pardus Piracy action. This episode is a survival guide for TSS Faction Core Piracy. You can make a lot of blink blink in a Faction Core. I had a little sloppy start and almost wanted to give up. But let's see how my little trip came all together. I spotted a hole in the MO wall of the Federation's South Human Cluster. I don't need any fancy MO updates. Patience is master and will always pay off. Check military outposts from time to time, and every now and then you might get lucky. Here we go, the MO was unsupplied, how tragic. Now, explaining the difficulty of pirating in a faction core, seriously, I could make a 2-hour video about that. It is notoriously difficult. Note that of course it is not so hard if you have yet not been declared as a real pirate and your overall reputation points are still okay. Most of the sectors are Alliance territory, there's not a single tile where you have protection, no repairs for me except on desert planets, which makes hull damage really quite a bitch, or simple armor damage as well. So to sum it up, you really need a plan, as every goddamn action point you have must be conserved. That is why I wanted to charge my APs to 5500 after I entered the core. Then I'm already in place and have maximum piracy potential, so I needed a place to hide my APs to regenerate. I just set my retreat point in that big sector before and am about to set an ambush at a very less frequented tile. It is a much better strategy to let your APs charge up while you're still hiding than just cloaking, as I will fall back on my retreat spot in case someone really finds me, which might be the difference between life and death. In this state you can wait until you hit a good number of action points. Flying into the core through the passes eats up a lot of APs already. Alrighty, we got a nice number of APs here. Let's move, go! This is really my first faction raid in quite a while, and back when I was at the start of my pirate career, it was much easier as I had, repair possibilities due to better reputation. Now I have negative 6000 reputation overall, so I'm still allowed to trade at the planet, which means I can buy candy at the black market. Always carry that around with you. If I find the trading outposts on the way, I will look whether they sell drugs to me or not. So I'm snooping around the buildings here, whether I can find a poor offline target, and bingo! Poor interceptor. I'm gonna take full advantage of you. 2% competency and fat trophy points. I take that any day for that little effort. I then decided an ambush here in this sector might be a smart thing to do. The planet had 3 traders and 1 fighter, so let's hope the traders will trigger me. I have set my retreat point in another sector. I then triggered after quite some while. Of course the freaking heart triggered me. Crappy hack of 75k. No kill, no nothing. That was a bad first ambush. Damn it! I then stuck with a different approach of finding targets, which was sniffing around the buildings here, whether some poor souls were beneath it, snooping here, snooping there. No luck sadly. I mean, it should not be your main strategy. Your main strategy should be simply ambushing, but like here in Tiava, there are many buildings and I was just passing it by, so why not look under the buildings. I then arrived in a different system called Kumin, I hope I pronounced that right. I already looked it up on the map. Huge M-class planet nearby, big starbase, a lot of candy stations in this sector, really quite a pirate's paradise. Already, settling my ambush here, hopefully it will trigger nice. And indeed, I triggered here and oh my god, first look at the bank statement, looks great already, and the log proves it. 5 million credit hack, 15% competency, 200 trophy points, and a bounty of 250k. Oh yes! That's how it's done. Horrible start here, but I knew patience will pay off. I then dematerialized here on the spot so that I could recharge my APs to 5500 once again. People will probably look for you by now, just let them waste their APs looking for you. Once your APs are fully replenished, you somehow have to get over that 48-hour period where you're not allowed to dematerialize again. By the way, you can repair your stuff at any D-class planet in the faction core. You have no protection there, but you can buy equipment and repair everything, which is vital with regards to hull damage. I switched out my dematerializer with one that has a shorter cooldown. If you buy a new dematerializer, this does not bypass the cooldown of your older one, bear that in mind. And by the way, the manual is wrong on the type 2 small dematerializer. It says it costs 180 trophy points, in fact it's just 150, still overpriced, I agree. I then moved out to do some more scouting and also decided to deploy one of my time bombs. Who knows, maybe I'm gonna need them. I know it's tempting to go ambushing right away. Have some patience, I can't say it often enough and wait the dematerializer cooldown period out. Make the same tactic as before, set a retreat point somewhere and then set an ambush at the last frequented tile, idle there for at least 24 hours, optimal. If you stay there the whole dematerializer cooldown, you have to be patient even as a pirate. I know it sucks sometimes, but if you do not stick to a sane strategy and have a long-term plan in mind, just pick a number with all those one-hit pirate wonders lining up. Alright, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, fully loaded with APs, and I'm about to be able to dematerialize again. That is my call. I just went through the audio commentary of this video. I swear by God, I won't say the word patience anymore. I will start with an ambush in that system down here. It has a huge M-class planet, and I will set my ambush in line with the starbase. I still have to set my retreat point, so I'm gonna make that in fast forward here. I also might want to have a short look on what is going on at the planet. That is also really important to check, you know, what are the chances that a trader will hit you. Remember, it's really all about AP conservation here in Faction Core. So yeah, that's also really important. Planet was pretty packed with behemoths and co. Lovely, so I'm just gonna set my ambush here and wait some more. Hopefully be as lucky with the 5 million as before. Alrighty, behemoth buzzing around here, just seconds after I set my ambush, and I then triggered on a gentleman named Star Chaser. It was roughly a 350k credit attack. Not so bad, but not too convincing. Still haven't received a combat notification here. I will look at it later, as I want to reset my ambush straight away. This time I'm choosing a sector where 2 star bases are, 1 NPC one player owned. Let's see if Mr. Star Chaser is so foolish to make another supply run back to the planet. Setting my ambush here on that super smart spot. Okay, we are all set and ready. Let's see what that log says from the extender. 350 credit gained, as I said before, really humiliating for me. Sort of made a dent in his armor, but no chance of being able to take him down in 20. Okay, we triggered here again. Let's see who it was. Okay, it was a behemoth from the Order of Orion, 400k credit hack, no fatality cause I noob was on defensive combat. That's just working out so nice here. I'm gonna set another ambush, I guess. So first pick my retreat point in a sector down south and then probably decide for the spot of my first ambush. Even if he does not come back, chances are good that other traders might actually trigger. Alright, so setting the ambush here, let's hope for the best. Also gonna have a look at that log once again. I think he survived on hull there. Yup, such a fool, I was on defensive combat, and the moment I closed the log I realized I was on my retreat spot already. What is going on, people? Just crashing into me over and over again. It was another behemoth, no fatality, but a 500k credit hack. Not bad. So the question is, can we do this again? Yes, of course. I need to save up for my pirate pension, and I'm very needy for smokes and booze and cash. This time I might, however, get a new ambush spot. I will show you guys the log in a couple of seconds. As I was quite in a hurry, I'll set up my ambush between the 2 star bases. The starbase owner actually was the last person who triggered me, so he might try to move around again. My APs are slowly running low. I'm not allowed to forget that I need sufficient APs to move a couple of sectors and then dematerialize again. So setting my ambush here. That is a log, by the way, 500k gained, fairly okay. No way of killing him, sadly. Starbase owner crashed into me once again. Only 280k credit hack though this time. It's enough. Definitely is enough. I'm gonna buy some drugs then, and I'm on the move. Never stay in the same region where you just made mischief. Always keep moving. If you dematerialize on the same spot where your last known activity was, people will have it much easier to get you. Move at least 4 sectors away. I mean, the whole freaking video basically is like, hey, that's how I harass you, that's where I hide, please come and fucking kill me. But I always play with open cards, and I sacrificed my precious secrecy to prove piracy is still pretty fun. Hide and seek in a faction core needs a lot of thought, and that is what keeps things fresh for me. By the way, big thumbs up for the people, for the nice people of the South Human cluster. All exceptionally nice players, really enjoy talking with you. Until next time, come and kill me.